What is up, Spokane? How's it going? Alright, cool. Glad to hear. Hi, I'm Devens. This is cool. Spokane's a cool place. I'm from here. I don't know why I'm complimenting it like that. Actually, I'm not from here originally. Originally, I'm from Salt Lake City. I'm sorry, too. Yeah, that's why I'm out of here. But my parents brought me up here from a very young age. You know, I was born down there, and they brought me up here because they thought that Spokane would be a better place than Salt Lake to raise a family, you know, which is a bit of an interesting idea, right? It's like, screw the beautiful people and the beautiful mountains of Salt Lake. Let's go somewhere with flannel and fentanyl, baby, I guess. Like, we'll find a way to live, you know? You know what they say, a family that does fentanyl together, I don't think they say that. I don't think that's a thing. Can you imagine if that was a thing, yeah, for Christmas, a family that all does fentanyl? You're just like, more tinfoil. I wrote that one an hour ago. Hopefully it's good. Cool. Awesome. Yeah, man. I do like Spokane, though. It's pretty all right. I was unemployed for a little bit when I was driving DoorDash, just in the meantime, you know, while I got my bearings. You see a lot of interesting parts of the town, meet a lot of interesting people when you drive DoorDash, you know. Like, I got sent on delivery to go to a homeless encampment to deliver them food, you know, which taught me a very interesting lesson about priorities, right? Like, this guy was walking his dog with the chain of a swing set, but ordered $40 worth of baby back ribs from Chili's, you know? That's a little interesting, right? Afterwards, after I dropped it off, he reached out with a $10 cash tip and wanted me to take it. I was like, who could I be, you know? If I took a $10 cash tip from a homeless guy, you know? Could I do that? Absolutely, I could do that. I took $10 from him. I was so broke, you know? I was like Russell Wilson in 4 years, just like completely out of money, you know? He's fine. He's got more money than I've got, so I don't know why I'm hating on him. All right. I was raised Mormon, as you might have guessed from the Salt Lake City talk, and as such, I'm the oldest of 5 kids. I have a lot of siblings. One of my sisters, she's my favorite because she has epilepsy. You know? Thank you. Which sucks for her, but it's so fun for me. You know? Because as the older brother, I'm supposed to be mean sometimes. It's just sort of my job. And I feel bad about it when I'm mean to the other kids, but when I'm mean to her, I get to have fun, you know, which is a good time. Like, she could be annoying me, and I'm like, all right, Rayleigh, time for laser tag. Let's go, you know? Sometimes she'll be really loud, and I'm like trying to study or write or something, so I just try and balance the light switch in between on and off, and she takes a shaky nap, and I can concentrate. It's great. Some of you aren't on board with me killing my sister, and that's respectable. I get that. I understand that, you know. Yeah, man, I'm getting pretty old now. I'm 25. So I'm getting up there. Can I rent a car now? I can rent a car now. Yes. Almost off my parents' insurance. That sucks, but whatever. But I am getting older. And one thing that are you okay? All right, we're all good. Everything's okay. It's just cheese and crackers. It's fine. All right. Anyway, I am getting older, and one thing that I'm realizing as I'm growing up is that when I was young, I was really dumb. You know? Like, when I was a kid, I thought that teachers were the pinnacle of good people. You know? Now that I'm older, I know some of the people I went to high school with who became teachers. I wouldn't trust my kids with any of those heathens, you know? That's just not going to happen, right? I met a girl at a bar the other day. She was a 6th grade health and wellness teacher, which, if you don't know what health and wellness is, that's a class where they teach you all about, like, drugs and alcohol and what's going on with your body and stuff like that, you know? And within 30 minutes of her telling me that, I saw her drink 2 beers out of shoes. That's a little interesting, right? It made me really think about how she teaches arithmetic, you know, and what my teachers were doing the whole time. Like, was Mr. Johnson really laying down as much Johnson as I had thought all those years, you know? I don't think Miss Frizzle had a magic school bus. She was giving kids acid when they walked into the class. That's what was happening, you know? Can't trust those teachers, man. Cool. Glad you guys were along for the ride on that one. That's sick. I was dating recently, but I find that it's really hard for me to date a lot of women my age, you know? Because they believe a lot of crazy things, right? Like a lot of women are pro the transgender movement, which I'm not saying that's a crazy thing. Let me be clear. But they also, at the same time, believe in astrology. You can't believe both at the same time. You can't. Stick with me. I know you guys are pulling back. Stick with me, yeah. I can be having a conversation with a girl, you know, and she'll be like, yeah, Rob, you can change your gender at any time, which is cool, you know. But then in the same breath, say, ooh, Scorpio? Sorry, dude, the moon was where it was. You're screwed, man. Like, that's... I just don't think that tracks, you know? That logic doesn't compute to me, you know? I think it's interesting. But then I think about what guys do, right? Us guys, we have our own thing that we judge women off of, and it's football, just like anything else, you know? It's football. Like, I'm be talking to a girl, be like, what year were you born? 97? Packers Super Bowl year? You're a frigid witch, Jackie, I can just tell. Can't change it, you know? 2004, Patriots year, loyal, dependable, might cheat a couple times, that's fine, I'm in, you know? I'm cool with that, man. Cool. Glad you guys like that one? She did not. Excellent, man. Like I said, I was raised Mormon. And when you're raised super religious in a religion like that, you learn a lot of weird things that they believe. If you didn't, you were wasting your time at church. Why go and not listen? Stupid. But one thing that I was taught all the time when I was growing up is that I cannot cohabitate intergendered before marriage. That just wasn't allowed. I could not live with a woman that I was not married to, you know? And I was like, why can't I do that? And they were like, well, you know, you have the opportunity to sin. And when I was growing up, I was like, you know, of course, they're probably talking about sex. I mean, look at me, you know? Of course, that's what they're talking about. Okay, calm down. But then I grew up, you know, I got out of the religion a little bit. And I actually got a roommate who was a woman a couple years ago. And I realized that the sin they were talking about wasn't sex, it was killing yourself. Do you guys know how hard it is to live with a woman? I didn't realize it, man. I was like, that's fine, I'll leave the toilet seat down the whole time. But then she got mad when I peed all over it. Like, I didn't know that was a... It's like, what do you want from me, you know? Even Navy SEALs aren't always 100%, you know? Accuracy lacks a little bit. Cool, man. Going back to football, I don't think mascots are a big important thing. And I think that there's no mascot that you'll ever find anywhere in life that's as great as the College of Nebraska, you know? It's the Nebraska Cornhuskers. I think that's a fantastic mascot, great marketing. Here's why, right? What does Nebraska have? Corn. What does it need? People to husk the corn. Nebraska Cornhuskers, pretty simple, right? I think that's great. I think every college mascot should be like that, you know? It's like the Nebraska Cornhuskers, you know? Washington Apple Pickers. Alabama Sister Kissers. The list goes on, you know? It just makes sense, right? I think that's a great idea. I think that's a good one. There's one mascot that I hate, though. He starts coming around this time every year, a little bit later in the season. And he really gets on my nerves because he never wears a shirt, but always wears pants. Yeah? And for some reason, he thinks it's my job and my job alone to prevent forest fires. Which, one, put on a shirt, put on a flannel, do something. But also, that's a lot of pressure to put on somebody who can't even get into a community college, you know? That's a lot. Like, also, he lives in the woods, right? It should be his job to make sure that forest fires don't start. It's not his job to make sure that I meet with my parole officer on time. Like, what's going on? You know? Hate that bear, man. Stupid bear. Cool. I'll leave you guys a little more. I work at a shoe store, and I got the job pretty easily, like concerningly easily, you know? And I was really concerned because, like, I'm around children and feet all day and nobody checked my search history a single time, you know? I am normal, don't get me wrong, I'm not a weirdo. Like, it opens up the opportunity for someone weird to work there, you know? Then I started thinking about it, and I was like, you know what? I wish there was a website you could go to where instead of uploading a resume, you just upload your search history. You just up late at night, like, the liberal agenda. And it sends you a job application for, like, Cabela's or whatever, you know? You think it'd be cool? It's like, base jumping lessons. And you get hired on at the 82nd floor of the South Tower. I think that'd be great. All right, my name has been Rob Devens. Follow me on Instagram at Rob Devens. I'll see you later.